What up? How's it going? Hey, this is going to be dope. This is going to be the first new reaction that I post to my new channel. I have another channel, Goonie Googles, right? And you'll find some other Korean properties that I've reacted to over there. You'll find Train to Busan, you'll find Parasite, Kingdom, and that's interesting because when I watched all three of those, they had so much to do about class. So when I saw the trailer to this, I went, oh, we in for another one. So this is going to be dope to watch because that's my type of thing, right? I go pretty in depth with the motivations of characters during my reviews, right? Like the reactions are one thing, but my reviews are where I really try to go into what the showrunners were trying to portray to us, what the motivations of the characters were, and just the overall dopeness or whackness of the show, right? So this is going to be dope because I saw the trailer for this before the show had dropped, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm just going to watch this, right? I'm thinking no one's going to want to see a reaction to this. I'm just going to watch this. Sent it to my bro. We both like, oh, yeah, this is dope. Cut to, this is the #1 show in the world, and people are reacting to it. So I'm like, oh, I guess people would like to see reactions to this. So this is going to be interesting, and I'm ready. Let's go ahead and get this started. Squid Game.
우리 동네에선 그 놀이를 오징어라고 불렀다. 승리하기 위해선 공격자는 오징어 머리 위에 작은 선 안을 발로 찍어야 한다. 결승점을 밟으면 만세라고 외친다. 그 순간 나는
I was just
세상을
about
다
to say,
가진
you couldn't
것처럼
tell them they wasn't the best in the world.
행복했었다.
생일인데 선물이라도 하나 사줘야지. 좀만 더 줘봐.
너는 없다?
내가 대리띵 것도 다 갖다 줬잖아.
아이고 그까는 뭐도 야, 너 대출 받은 한 달 이자도 안 된다.
He said, boy, what I'm going to do with these nickels? Asshole shit.
아니 내 생일 맞는데. 이거 바꾸셨네.
This asshole.
이리 엄마가 드디어 를 버렸대요. 뭐했어? 오늘 우리 딸 생일. 아 요즘 노인네가 나보다 손녀를 더 끔찍히 챙긴다니까.
Yeah, of course.
구멍 연기 대가리 확실하다며.
아, 거기 빨리 좀 합시다 좀. 해봐요. 아, 당신 뭐 하는 거야?
제발 나 좀.
Hurry your ass up.
생각 좀 하게.
What if he tapped in the gamble? I'm still need you to hurry up, though. All that outbursts. I'm gonna need your ass to hurry up. Taking all that time on the damn Scantron.
456만 원입니다.
예, 감사합니다. 아메리카노 한 잔 사드세요. 나 안 주냐? 생일 선물은 과연 뭘까요? 기대하시라. 너 진짜 깜짝 놀. 가영아, 아빠도 사랑해.
야야야야야! 잡아!
And he owe motherfuckers money. God damn, dog.
미안해. 학생.
Hey, man, run your ass away. What are you doing?
그래서 얼마 있는데?
400이야. 일단 이거 받으시고 나머지는 제가 다음 달까지 꼭.
Yeah, she clipped you.
아이고. 한 사발 받아다가 오늘 밤 선짓국이나 끓여 먹어야겠다.
Okay, all right.
정말이에요. 갚을게요.
다음 달까지 못 갚으면 여기 신장 하나라, 여기 안구 하나.
Like I said,
대신
class.
가져간다. 오케이?
Capillaries,
그래,
man.
거기 구.
죄송한데 10,000원만 빌려주시면 안 될까요?
Can I get that money I gave you?
죄송한데 아까 드린 10,000원 좀.
아저씨, 그렇게 생각 없이 아무거나 집으니까 안 되죠.
아빠, 싸움하는 건 아빠 자유인데 맞고 다니지는 마.
She's just getting your ass whooped.
어제 엄마랑 새아빠랑 스테이크하우스 갔었어.
Yeah.
스테이크?
근데 난 떡볶이가 훨씬 더 맛있어.
Oh, look at her trying to make him feel better.
야, 너 알지? 여자도 요즘 군대 많이 가는 거. 앞으로 너희들이 살아갈 세상은 남자 여자가 다 똑같이 평등한 세상이야.
Good way to turn
다영이
it.
너 작년 생일 생각해봐. 올해도 금방 생일 됐지? 내년 생일도 금방 와.
아빠.
너.
아니야.
Boy, they about to bounce on you. I don't like the way his eyes just cut. He went,
선생님,
예수 안 믿어.
그게 아니라 저랑 게임 한번 하시겠습니까? 선생님, 딱지치기 해보셨죠? 저랑 딱지치기를 하셔서 한 번 이기실 때마다 10만 원을 드리겠습니다. 반대로 제가 이기면 저에게 10만 원을 주시면 됩니다. 돈이 없으세요?
돈이
what's that?
그럼 몸으로 때우시면 됩니다.
Oh,
뭐래?
shit.
뺨 한 대 10만 원 까드립니다.
Catch it. Let's go. Bop. Done. All right, maybe I reading too much into this, but let's talk about the symbolism of this. A man who looks like he has something, he comes up, he looks creepy to the motherfucker, right? You having a bad day, life has you down bad, and he offers you, you do this, you might win. But if you don't, you gonna get some physical pain. That's crazy. Because people are willing to put themselves through stuff out of desperation, but also when they see the consequences for me losing, it's not that bad, but it's humiliating. It's humiliating, right? My man was at the track, and it's one thing when everybody lost, but it's another when you sitting there getting clapped. Bah! I don't know if it shows how desperate he is, but it shows his self-worth. The money means that much to you that you would allow that to take place. Black it. Pat, pat, pat. That shouldn't be that funny. It's mad humiliating and ridiculous. You only had to be humiliated for a half an hour.
너 이리 와. 나 면상이래. 씨.
Right?
10만 원입니다.
So see, this is what I mean by the symbolism. Those at the top don't get dealt with the way we get dealt with, do they? Do they? Do they? They pay a fine. Your life is gonna be fucked with. You fuck up. But them, they lose. They pay a slight fine and they go on about their way. My man said, he gonna take this money. He forgot that he was even playing for money. Congrats.
이런 거 며칠만 하시면 큰 돈을 벌 수 있습니다.
Oh shit.
한번 해보시지 않겠습니까?
Also a test, huh? By that guy to see how much he's willing to go through with money at the end.
오늘 신체 포기각서 쓰셨죠?
Okay. I was thinking that early on, but I was like, well, he
이름
hasn't said that.
송기훈 47세 최종학력 대한공업고등학교.
현재 채무액 사채 1억 6천, 은행 대출 2억 5천 5백.
Hey, fuck that dude. He weird. I don't like him.
상우 요즘 뭐 하나? 회사 잘 다녀요?
걔는 맨날 바빠. 지금도 외국에 출장 갔다.
아니 지금 애랑 새 남편이랑 내년에 뭐
Yeah.
다
like
미국으로 간다 하더라. 요 2층에 저 법정 안다커는 총각이 그러는데 애 아바이가 알을 키울 경제적인 그런 것만 된다고 보면은 알을 찾을 수 있다 하대.
암호는
무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다. 게임하는 데까지는 여기서 얼마나 걸릴까요?
Yo, visually, that's crazy. Look at that. How you get that job? Be one of them red wearing motherfuckers. See, the thing about this, when I watched the trailer, the first thing I was like, oh, this looks like an anime.
아, 치매 걱정할 나이 어쩌려고 이런 데로 오셨어요. 며느리가 차려주는 따순 밥 드시고 따뜻한 아랫 목에서 손주들 재롱 떠는 거 보면서 등이나 지지고 계시지.
아이, 그러는 자네 부모님은 며느리가
Right,
차려준
like
따순
what?
밥 드시고 사시나?
That's an interesting statement, by the way. That shows the way he sees the world and how he thinks he should be living, right? Such a subtle thing, but that shows how he thinks the world should be. But then when the guy corrected him, like, yo, how about your parents? They living like that?
오갈 데 없는 년 먹여주고 재워주고 기술까지 가르쳐줬더니 내 뒤통수를 쳐?
너한테 빚진 거보다 갖다 바친 게 더 많아.
그렇게 당당한 년이 왜 도망을 쳤을까?
도망이 아니라 독립한 것뿐이야.
I like how all the men are doing the, hey, should I step in? They keep going forward. Nobody doing a goddamn thing.
너 맞네. 소매치기 너. 내 돈 내놔. 딱 얼굴 보니까 이런 애들 뒤에 숨어서 먹고 사는 양아치 같으신데 네가 시켰냐? 내 돈 훔쳐오라고?
이 개새끼.
내가 사람 죽여요. 여기 빨리 좀 나가보세요.
이해해 주십시오.
난 당신 말 하나도 못 믿겠는데. 유인, 납치, 감금. 우리가 당신들 말을 믿어야 할 이유를 하나만 대봐.
218번 조상우. 전직 기쁨증권 투자 2팀 팀장.
Slappy.
고객 이해지금을 무단으로 배돌려 주식 파생 상품과 선물 옵션에 투자했다가 실패. 현재 손실 6억 5천만 원. 하지만 보시는 것처럼 저는 게임을 하고 여러분에게 약속된 돈을 드렸습니다. 여러분께서는 그런 저희를 믿고 모두 자발적으로 어떤 강압도 없이 이 게임에 자원하셨습니다. 상금의 액수는 첫 번째 게임이 끝나고 모두에게 공개하겠습니다. 게임에 참가를 원하지 않는 분은 지금 말씀해 주시길 바랍니다.
Like, they already tested him by playing that little slap game, right? That was the test to see if they want to do it. They asked him again, though, to reassure, but they already are pretty sure. Oh, man. You see what I mean about symbolism? My man just walking on their faces. Oh, what's Tower of God? Like, do y'all remember Tower of God? Like, when they first get to that open area and it's like, now they got to get the numbers down. This is what, as soon as I saw that, this is what this reminded me of.
네가 빚이 있어? 아, 쌍문동에 자람 서울대 조상우가?
형 다음에 얘기해.
This is the frontman speaking. Preparations for the first game are complete.
Oh, shit.
You can begin now.
첫 번째 게임은 무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다입니다.
Oh no!
무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다. 324번 탈락.
너 탈락이야 병신아. 개쇼하지 말고 일어나.
Oh shit! Stop moving! Oh, dead. Oh shit! All of y'all moving. Stop moving! Oh! We about to clear it out. Clear it out. This shit about to be a quarter of y'all left. On the rocks, huh? You sick son of a bitch.
무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다.
Hey, shout out to the old man. He said dot, dot, dot.
무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다.
그렇게 있으면 어차피 죽어. 내 생각에 저 인형이 동작 감지 장치야.
무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다.
Yeah, utilize that motherfucker.
지금 한 대 더 쳐줄까 네 뒤통수?
하지 마 제발.
떨지 마 병신아. 그러다 걸리면 죽어.
무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다. 무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다.
I know. But pussy hole, get off me. Left behind. This nigga listen to this smooth ass jazz. Imagine getting that close and getting popped. Oh. Oh shit. God, that was great. First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And I have a Patreon, full-length early reactions to things like this. If you'd like to, check it out. Once again, I watched something from Korea, and it's dope. Visually, acting-wise, the storytelling, and then there's also the symbolism, and it's saying so much more than what is just showing on the screen. And as I said, the stuff that I watched before was heavy on class. Now, in order to get this background, I had to go searching for it, right? And like one of the first things that come up when you type in Squid Games, it says something about how South Koreans are hopeful that this opens up a discussion on inequality. How could you not get it from this? If you're not getting that from this, you're just looking at it just for the killing and shit. Okay, whatever. But it's so much more deeper, okay? So we start off with this father. The father, as we come to find out, my man worked at a factory. We know those jobs are all over the world. If they're not being automated, they're being shipped off someplace else. My man's a chauffeur now, right? And he's with his mom. His daughter's birthday's coming up. He wants to be able to get her something more than just some fried chicken. But the thing is, like, that's what his daughter wants. But what that says, and in other scenes, what that says so much about him is not only does he think she deserves more, but he thinks that in order to have any sort of self-worth and to be a man, it's required of him to be able to provide certain things, okay? So early on, he's like, he wants to get her more, but then also when he speaks to the old man later, and he says to the old man, shouldn't you be laid up somewhere? Daughter-in-law cooked for you, you're laying on a warm floor playing with your kids. And then the old man asks him straight up, yo, are your parents living that way? Think about that. He's not living that way. His mom isn't living that way. His whole life isn't that way. He probably don't even know no one that lives that way. But in his mind, he saw an old man. Oh, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how a lot of us live. They're trying to find a way to move up in life. And it's wearing on him to the point where his daughter, she's worried about him. You see it come out in little moments. She's a little kid. She wanted to make sure that he felt okay. She held back that they were about to move and he won't be able to see her again. She's worried about him smoking. She was like, nah, you know, the gift is good. Also, she brought up the steak because she's a little kid. But when she saw how it was bothering him, she's like, nah, but I like this. So this man it's not that he's just destitute or anything like that, but he believes that he should live a certain way, and not just him, his daughter should. Okay? And he doesn't have the access to it, but I want to go on another part of this. He's immature. The way he goes about doing stuff is hilarious as a character. I'm not sure about no symbolism on that. Maybe that's just the character straight up, but the way he is, the fact he went and bet that money, won it, gave some to the chick, he gets pickpocketed. He ends up giving up what he thinks is a kidney. He got played the whole way. Then has to come back and get the money. And instead of just going to buy her a gift, he had to go and bet again. When his mom asked him, yo, did you gamble to get the money? He says no. My man did gamble. Like all day, that's all he did. The horses, even when he got his daughter's gift, and then at night when they played the game with the dude, the rich guy. So him, like there's a maturity thing or a, I don't know, man. I hope they get deeper into that, right? Let's put it that way. I'm not on his motivations. It's not as clear why he's just like gambling, right? It could be deeper than just, oh, he's a degenerate, right? I don't want to just put that on the character yet. Also, to see the guy, his friend who he thought was doing well, to see him at the game also, it's like, oh, so all these people who we think are at the top who are doing well, guess a lot of them are in that same boat. You feel me? Now, there was one thing that happened that it was like interesting to me, and I'm gonna get back to everything, but the fact that the guy at the top with the mask on was speaking English, there was a reason behind that, and we're going to see more of it, I'm sure. But already it's like, oh yeah, of course, who's at the top? And when I say at the top, I'm talking about like, you know, financially, economically, right? We got a Bezos over here. We got Elon Musk. He's South African, but, you know, we got Bill Gates. You know what I mean? Google's over here. Like, you feel me? Like, we got all of these, right? And so that's why him speaking English, it means more than just, oh, he's speaking English, okay? Now let's get into the actual game. And no, let's talk about visually first. When we first get to his apartment, already visually, I'm like, oh man, this looks great. Okay? At like every scene in this, even when he's eating with his daughter, I'm like, man, the colors in this are beautiful. By the time we get to the game, you see the contrast between the green they're wearing. It's not this super bright green, but it's vibrant, if y'all get what I'm saying. The same with the red that those people are wearing. There's a vibrance to it, but it's not like it's super bright. At least on my monitor, I ain't got HDR turned on right now. I probably should have turned it on. But the colors look, as I said, vibrant. Like it's popping, and it looked visually like an anime to me. And the reason I bring up that is when you watch anime, there's certain visuals and the way it looks where you think, I don't think I've ever witnessed it or seen it in real life, and they can do things with drawing that. But on that, when you see all those bunk beds that are like stacked, and then you see all the people in the middle, and there's some still sitting in their racks, and then you see, like I said, the contrast with the people in red, it's like crazy. Then when they walk out into the field and you see that giant red light, green light machine, the robot, you're sitting there like, yo, this looks crazy. Now, everybody gets shot. We knew. The thing about this is, in the trailer, you like saw that, right? If I'm not tripping, I feel like I kind of got the gist of what that was going to be there. So going forward, I know it's going to get even crazier. You know what this reminds me of, and how much I just want to keep going and keep watching it? It reminds me of Black Mirror. When I saw the pig episode, it's like when I saw that, I'm like, yo, so this is what this is going to be? Right? So that's kind of what this episode is for me, and I'm assuming for everyone else. I haven't seen one person who said, I've watched one episode of this. Everyone says they finished the entire thing at once. Me, I'm not going to be able to because I got a ton of things to watch. I'm actually interjecting some other stuff to watch this. But yeah, this going forward, he has the dude who's from I don't want to say Indian, right? Is it South Asia? Is that how we would say that? Because I don't know if he's Indian. He'd be Pakistani, right? You get what I'm saying? He saved them. So I want to see what his part is in this. Then you have his friend, and then you have that old man. That old man, I don't know if this isn't his first time being there. Like, how would he have left? Maybe he left because they had got to a point where everybody decided, okay, not to do it. You know what I mean? Because that was one of the things. If a majority decides, the game can end. But I wonder, my man was killing it. He was like, with a big wide smile on his face, right? So old that he told him to keep counter stuff to keep his mind going and keep off the dementia. Hey, the characters is gonna be interesting to see where all they stand and the different places they come from within the society, but even still, they're all in debt. Now, let's go to that scene where they're smacking them. It was two things about it. One, it was a test. It was seeing how far these people are willing to go to gain access to the bag. And notice I didn't say to get it, to gain access to it, right? The thought of getting that 100,000, they kept going. But by the time they got slapped so much, did you see my man? He was ready to slap him. He was like, no. The bet was you get money. Crazy, right? But then the other thing about it is, even though they had him sign his rights to his body away, they needed to see if he's still willing to do it. Because some people just, they sign it. They'd be like, man, I ain't doing that shit. Fuck out of here. Like, right? They might still be like, I'm not going to no shit like that. So they still had to see, like, would it even be worth the time? You feel me? And so they made all these people play the slap game. Now, that was like, yo, the stuff people are willing to do, the humiliation, the pain and suffering they're willing to go to. And it's no sweat off the other guy's brow, right? Like it's nothing to them to give you some money, and or like they lost money. It's like, oh, okay, that's nothing. Meanwhile, these people got whooped out, and they so happy to have that money. They so happy to have the money, right? Think about this: so happy to have the money, and it didn't do anything for their lives to the point where they still showed up and, they still called the number, then showed up. So you feel me? They understood how far people will go. If they're willing to do that for the money, that's not enough money. All right. Man, there was something else. Well, yeah, this was a hell of a first episode. I'm rocking with it. Hey, man, next episode.